goals. We're going to talk about that because that's the time of year we're at right now. We want to set you guys up with the proper tools to have a successful New Year's. So Drew, where would you like to start?
I think around setting goals, we have to understand you need to set goals.
You have to. If you want to be successful, there's no way around it. You have to have a goal.
And I think there's a fear around setting goals because we don't want to fail.
And I've learned that you need to fail in order to be successful, right?
Without failure, there's no success. And that's the easiest part. It's the simplest way to explain success. You need to fail. And still, I think a lot of people know that. They just don't want to experience it. It's not fun. Like failure
is not fun.
It's hard. You have to get back up. You have to dust yourself off. You have to change your mindset. It's challenging.
But you learn so much more from failure than success. Yeah.
So when it comes to setting goals, I think first of all we have to understand you need to set a goal.
Have to.
And like without setting that goal, we have nothing to work towards. So someone always says like, well, if I never set goals, then I never fail, right? Like get excited about life. but I mean, we need to set those goals because then we can form our life. Yeah, really our life around achieving those goals. And a lot of times like we don't have financial goals, we don't have health goals, we don't have relationship goals, and without them, I feel like we're just kind of floating around and we don't succeed, or we're not happy with where we are in life. We're like, I wonder why we're not where I want to be in life. Because you have no goals.
Yeah.
Set some goals.
And if what Drew said about the surrounding your life around your goals is a little scary, like, oh my gosh, for the rest of my life, just think about it as your daily routines, like setting up your daily routines around your goals.
Right.
Might be a little easier way to think about it, right?
And something that you mentioned that we've talked about in the past is for sustainable goals, you want to think to yourself, is this something I can do for the rest of my life?
Exactly. Which sometimes, whoa, like you talk about the rest of your life and it's a little bit scary.
But, terrifying.
Yeah, maybe not a little bit scary, it's terrifying.
It is.
But that is how you can reach the sustainability, right? And thinking of it as something to do like that.
Well, that's how you work towards your goals, because it'd be challenging. Like we talk about all or nothing type of people, because we hear it all the time, and I'd imagine some people are watching that are like, "Oh, I'm an all or nothing person." But those all or nothing, that kind of attitude or mindset, it just doesn't work.
No.
Because we're all or nothing. Like we're like all into a fitness program, and then we're nothing. Then we're not. Or we're all into eating right, and then we're not. And I'd imagine we know those people that are all or nothing know what I'm talking about, because it's so drastic, like everything or nothing.
Or nothing.
So to find that sustainability, we need to gradually increase workouts, gradually increase food, gradually increase our mindset to work towards a healthy lifestyle, as opposed to jumping right in and then falling right off.
And I think one of the difficult things is that we want to see like instant results, right? And that is why we jump in with 2 feet, is because we want to see results right away. And if we want results to last, they must be sustainable. So it's changing our whole mindset around setting goals and realizing that it's not something that's going to happen overnight. If it's going to last, then it has to be a gradual movement.
Right. So we could talk about this forever probably, but just to move forward here, we need to set a goal, and then you set that big goal and then you break it down. So you need one big goal that you're working towards. Hopefully it's not weight loss, which so many of us feel it needs to be.
Especially in the health and fitness world, it seems like the majority of goals setting is set around the scale, right?
So we're not really scale people, but there's all kinds of different things you can do as opposed to jumping on the scale.
Right. So you could pick a piece of clothing, for example, and hang it on, your outside of your closet or somewhere you see it every day. It could be even something related to nutrition. For example, if you're eating 1 or 2 times a day currently, and you want to get to a place where you're eating more consistently, like 6 meals, you could make it around that. Make your goals around, my end goal is to eat 5 or 6 meals a day.
Right? Yeah. So you need to set that goal up, then you break it down. So that's where your plan comes in. Like, we need to have a plan. What's going to happen when you fail? What's going to happen when you succeed? What's going to happen when you hit a wall? Like, you need to have support. You need to have a mindset, a plan. There's so many different things that you can do or need to do to set that, to create that goal and then follow through with it.
Yeah, and I would say that's kind of the third step, right? Because you create the goal, you break it down, and then you execute it, right? You make it happen, but you need a plan to make it happen.
Right.
It's one thing to just set the goal, but a goal without a plan, that's something, isn't it? A goal
A
without...
quote?
It is a quote somewhere, but what's the ending of it? A goal without a plan, something.
Just a thought, or I know what you mean.
Anyway, what we're saying is you have, like, in order to execute the goal, you need a plan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So set some goals. Don't be afraid to set goals. Set goals. We need to have goals in our life, and then work towards a plan. Like set that big goal, break it down, and then have a plan of how you're going to attack that goal.
Mm-hmm. And then another piece is sharing, right? Sharing the goal with others for accountability.
That's right.
That's going to help as well. Don't be afraid to share your goal. I think a lot of times we're scared is because if we don't reach the goal, then what's going to happen if people know I didn't reach it, right? But the more that we share and the more we talk about it, then the more people know what we're doing, and it's going to actually create accountability for us to keep going.